Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel, The Spiritual Justice Gym. I'm Goddess Quita, or you can call me Quita. Either one would do. I answer to both. Today, this is a mental health read. I had a very particular day. I was challenging someone and I didn't know I had a headache, and somebody is really going through it. So Spirit urged me to do this reading. It's a lot here on the table, so we're just going to go one at a time. I'm going to start with bereavement. Somebody is grieving something. Something is going on with somebody's life. Somebody is doing something. Let me see. I might can get some clarifiers. Okay. So I'm picking up a woman here. Either she had a miscarriage or someone died or something like that. Something to that effect. Someone died. I don't know how deep this goes, if it's a child or what, but somebody died. But not only on somebody died in her life and she's grieving that, she has a whole lot of going on in her psyche. This woman may be binge eating. I picked that up a lot because I was like eating a lot today. I'm like, I don't usually eat. I'm not a big eater, you guys. And so I was picking on that. She has absent seizure. How I know it's a woman is because God showed me it's a woman. He told me it's a woman. She's having separation anxiety. She already had this disorder, and then something happened where somebody died or something in her family. Cat. It could be a loved one. It could be a cat, a dog, a pet, a child, something. This selectivism. Spirit said a lot of this stuff is long term, but what's really triggering a lot of this behavior is the death, the recent death. We already studied this before, but we're going to do it again. It's severe anxiety disorder where a person is unable to speak in certain situations. So this person might be silent, might not be saying nothing to anyone, and indulging in a lot of sex. This person want to have a lot of sex out here with men and women. She's having sex with both. And her body, I'm hearing her body is not ready. Your body wasn't ready for you to be doing that sexual activity. And then when you're not indulging in this, you're having, you're sleeping a lot. So you sleep, sex, eat, binge eat, sleep, sex, binge eat is what I'm picking up. This separation, these are the months these could go on. Is December when you have one of these triggers. August. It could be in October. I have April here, and I have March. Also have gambling addiction. Specifically, spirits pointed out that most of the sexual trigger happens during October. In the gambling, the sexual and the gambling kind of goes together. But right now, for the bereavement, the reason something new happened to this person that was traumatic, they are experiencing the sexual and excessive sleeping and the binge eating right now, right today. Because of the separation anxiety, this person could be having seizures, could be blinking out. And during the if you was a woman that was pregnant during the pregnancy, you could have been passing out a lot. Because you could not indulge in a lot of these different activities into these different triggers, and you was trying to compose yourself. You probably out here you was on the psychotics, and a lot of them you couldn't take while you were pregnant. So this right here this pregnancy was a huge risk for you if you were pregnant. If not, I pick up that you were pregnant because I keep talking about it. I keep feeling pregnancy. This was on the lower spectrum when I picked up the card spirit. It didn't give me like a solid, some oppositional defiant disorder. This person does have this disorder. It's a pattern of negative, hostile, defiant behavior. Like you lose your temper easily, argue with your family and co-workers. You're spiteful and vindictive. But this is on the lower spectrum. This is not all the time. You have to be really, really triggered. But this disorder is here, but on the lower spectrum, what I'm hearing. And when you have this disorder, It's mostly in delirium. It's not like somebody did something to you to do this. Um, Delirium, acutely disturbed state of mind that occurs in fever, intoxication, and other disorders. Like I said, you might be indulging in gambling, or you might even be, when you binge eat, it might causes you to go in delirium. It might do. It's a lot of chemicals in our foods too. Restlessness, illusion, incoherent thought or speech. So you go through this delirium on a lower spectrum, but it's very noticeable because it's like almost like I hear your family saying like outside of your character. This is what the angels are telling me. Your family is like, dang, this is outside her character. Like I can see them saying this about you, but they're afraid to say something to you, and they want you to get help. And I think that you are getting help, but you're still going through these things. So the months of October, December, August, April, and March may be very significant when you go through these things. March, April is here. Like I told you, August is here. December is here. October is here. And I'm hearing spirit, I have the depression card out here. Spirit say major depression. On a high spectrum, spirits like this is one of the things that needs to be dealt with immediately, that you need to talk to someone about, or seek counseling about, is your depression. You're in depression, and the reason why a lot of this has happened because you do have this DID, you do have this multiple personal this dissociative identity disorder, or the multiple personality disorder. You do have that disorder, you do have that. But I didn't pick up any. You might be it might be convert, because I didn't pick up any switches of any of this, but I did pick up the DID. So maybe this oppositional defiant disorder with this delirium is coming out as one of your personality. This one of your alters does this, like, because this is over here on the side. These two are by themselves on the side like this. They're right like that. So it might be one of your personality, this alters, one of your alters that's dealing with the oppositional defiant and the delirium when you binge eat, and then it makes you absent. It would make you blank out. Okay, I get it now. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Yes, when you switch, when you switch, you might blink out and not know you've done all this. Okay, Spirit is jumping in, and yes, when you switch, you might blink out or have a mild seizure, or go to sleep and wake up, and after this delirium and this oppositional defiant disorder, after this behavior was displayed, or you might binge eat after this. A lot of these times, the times that the months that's here, I'm hearing that these are the times that this altar likes to come in, like these one or two altars you may have. Let's see how many altars you may have. Let's see how many altars that you may have. Spirit, give us the number of altars this person may have. The number of altars. You have a very strong representative who's there most of the time, except for these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months out of the year. You have a very, because I got the Knight of Swords as a first card, and Spirit is showing me that you have a very strong representative that keeps it together most of the time. But now that you're getting older, it's not staying together as much. But you do have 6 altars altogether, and this is causing you to be having the seasonal blues, which is coming with the seasons. But it's not even just with the season, it coming with each altar I'm hearing. And not only that, the gambling addiction is not like you all the time. I'm hearing around March or October that's when it kick in. That's when this altar likes to come in, is around all October. So I don't know if something traumatic happened to you as a child for this altar to appear in October. Something in October happened to you, and this altar appears around that time because you feel vulnerable around that time. And you do have this reactive attachment disorder. This is huge. It stuck out hugely, and it's right by the dissociative, the DID card, the dissociative identity disorder card. Sorry, can't talk. is right by this card. So it's letting me know this is one of the major triggers for you. Is a reactive attachment disorder. You have a behavior. Not only do you have a personality disorder, but you have a behavior disorder as well. And with this disorder, it's like low self-esteem, withdrawal from connections, inability to maintain significant relationships or romantic or platonic relationships, inability to show affection, resistance to receiving love, control issues, anger problems, impulsibility, feeling empty, distrustful, inability to fully grasp your emotions, and lack of belonging. Because of this DID, you have this reactive behavior to everything. This I'm hearing, the older you get, the worse it gets. And you have 6 different, maybe up to 7 different alters, because you do have a main representative plus 6 alters is what I'm hearing. And on top of that, you are in depression most of the time. Like, you're depressed almost all the time, because I do have the blues card and the depression card, and the depression card is surrounded by December, August, and April. So these months are very significant, and March. All 4 of these months are very significant to you. I don't know if you was abused during these months too, or if this is when this particular altar likes to come in. I hear that the older you get, the more these altars appear, and they're not going to be so they're not going to be so much discreet, because you do blank out and have seizures now because of this. And then you have sex, and sometimes you don't even remember. I'm sorry for the screaming in the background. That's my daughter. Sometimes you don't remember the sexual encounters you have, and it's scary to you. So you do have somebody that watches you, but sometimes, because the altars can be very sneaky, is what I'm hearing, very conniving. One of your altars can be. They know how to get around that too. So I'm just telling you what Spirit says, what I'm picking up. I'm not making this stuff up. This is what I'm picking up. So don't get mad at the messenger. Just hear me out. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just the messenger. Yeah, see, my daughter is saying, I don't care. She get messages. When I channel, she get messages in too. This altar may be saying they don't care about nothing. This altar that you have may not care about nothing. They don't care. This particular altar that I'm picking up, they don't care about nothing and nobody. Nothing and nobody. Keep saying, I don't care. This altar doesn't care about anybody or anything, I'm hearing. Yeah, Spirit said that they don't care. This particular altar about you is very nonchalant about everything. This altar is very vindictive, I'm hearing. Very defiant. And this is why this altar is in delirium. I'm hearing when this altar comes, it's either you have been drinking, maybe, or had an illness, or you may have been binge eating, and it causes this delirium, and it causes this altar to come forth. I don't know how that goes for you, but definitely you need to see somebody. Definitely you need to speak to your therapist about this. Definitely you need to be monitored. Definitely you need to not play with magic, because I hear that this one of your altars or your representative plays with magic. Spirit is very against that, because one of your altars are delusional. They really are, and that's just being honest. Spirit telling me to tell you and your altars not to engage in magic, no even healing magic. You need to seek a practitioner or somebody. If you're into magic, you need to seek someone to help you with this disorder. You really do. Spirit is telling me you need to seek someone to help you with this. I keep hearing that. Seek someone to help. Do not play with magic. Do not play with magic. You're only going to harm yourself, because one of your altars are in delirium. They just don't know what's going on, or they just don't care. I'm hearing they don't care what's going on, and that's another form of delirium too. Like, they just don't care. They don't have a care in the world, and that's dangerous. You need to. I know at times you can't control this altar, but you need to I hear ground yourself. Really ground yourself. If you want to walk outside, do something like that, ground yourself. Carry a phone with you always, because this altar does not like for you to carry a phone. This altar may like to just, I hear, just like get up and go and just do stuff. Like this altar does not care about anything. Like really, this altar, I'm picking up a very, very nonchalant attitude. Very nonchalant about everything, about caring about people, lack of empathy for people. I'm just like, when I tell you this reactive attachment disorder goes along with that delirium and that what else I was picking up? That delirium and the absent mind, at the seeds, the blanking out. Yeah, this stuff goes together. Spirit said it's like, because you had it so long, this oppositional defiant disorder with this reactive attachment disorder with this blanking out, and you see all these cards are black. So you see, Spirit is like confirming, like I'm not making this up. All my cards are in black, red, and blue, and I picked up all three of these cards. Spirit said this mixed with that, which is the oppositional defiant disorder, the reactive attachment disorder, and this is a dangerous altar, you guys. Whoever I'm speaking, this is a woman I'm speaking to. This altar is dangerous. It's even for you, because you can get yourself in a situation that you don't want to be in, because this altar just don't care. They just don't. I'm sorry to say, but I'm hearing just ground yourself. Try to stay as protective as you can, and really seek therapy. All right. Bye, love. I wish you the best.